Am I reading that? But did they just reduce it by 1p? You know what? I'll take it on this challenge. I really would. I have basically frozen an egg. World's tiniest fried egg. I don't even know how this is possible. How do I have more porridge outside the bowl than in it? Say hello to the new pimple. My life is a series of to spots. Hello and welcome back to another video. You guys have been asking me to do more cheap budget videos. Like, I know a lot of people have been asking me to do the £1 challenge video in London, and the truth is, it's just, I don't even think it's possible to do that in the current situation that we're in. But once lockdown is like over, maybe I can do that challenge. But I'm not promising anything, we shall see. And I was thinking, what can I do? Because I feel like I've done so many things already. But then I came across these videos and I've been really enjoying watching these videos. I don't know why, I find it very interesting to watch people have a set budget and then having to work with that budget and see what they come up with. Problem is, I'm not really a cook. Like, I don't really meal plan or cook or anything like that. So I guess with me taking on the challenge is very much looking at how a beginner amateur would feed themselves on a tight budget. We shall see how that goes. I have no idea how this is gonna go. So I basically given myself a budget of £1.50 a day for a week. So in total, that's £10.50. That's my budget for my weekly shop. As always, the number one rule when you do any budget thing is to prepare. Always prepared. I'm not naturally a meal planning person. I'm very much, I turn up to the shop and just grab whatever I can and then figure out when I get home. But when you're on such a tight budget and you have to feed yourself 3 meals a day, you kind of have to come up with a plan. So now my task is to come up with a meal plan. I'm trying to think about nutrition a lot more now with my diet. So like for protein, I'm gonna have like a lot of like kidney beans and baked beans. There's gonna be a lot of beans this week because that's the only protein that I think that I can afford. I'm just trying to be more conscious of trying to make this a very nutritional week. Well, as nutritional as I can. It's really hard to do that. First thing on my meal plan is baked beans. I bet no one saw that coming. So now that I come up with a price list and a meal plan check, let's go shopping. First stop of the day is Lidl. I think this is the cheapest bread I'm gonna find, 36p for all of this. Like, that's gonna be a whole week's worth. That's a lot of bread. If I don't eat anything for the rest of the week, I'll have some bread. 5-pack bananas, 69p. Or we can be really specific and measure bananas, but 0.8 of that would be less than 69p. Okay, let's try that. Let's try these.
It's 7p per 100 grams.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay,
That's
this
like
is
50p.
That's 50p for 5 bananas. 1 kg of spaghetti for 20p. But we saved 10p on the bananas. I can use that 10p here and get bolognese. You know what's crazy? Because of the packaging, I feel like this would taste nicer, but it might not. It's just packaging, innit? It's literally just packaging. I'm someone who gets sold on packaging. So I got 1 kg of rice, 45p. Whole bag of onions is only 57p. We're actually saving money compared to what I saw online. So I'm really worried about the seasoning and the flavour of food this week. So I'm thinking they literally reduced it to 17p. So I'm just gonna add this seasoning to food and that'll give it a bit more flavour. It's actually cheaper to get frozen veg than fresh. And actually frozen veg is actually meant to be better for you because it locks in all the ingredients. So a whole bag of vegetables for 69p, it's actually not that bad. My little shop came to a total of £5.66, which was way cheaper than what I was expecting. Basically, I needed these two, and they're both out of stock. So we're gonna have to betray our loyalty to Lidl and go to Aldi. Now, we're going to Aldi to pick up my beans. Oh, we spent how much on onions?
57.
We spent 57. We could have had a whole bag for 50p. I've noticed that the UK is doing this thing called wonky veg, and it makes it cheaper, but I literally cannot tell the difference between these ones and these ones. Can you tell the difference? I can't.
I think it's because it's just a mixed bag, so it's got some big ones, some small ones. Whereas the regular bags are like larger.
But you get it cheaper just because they're wonky. Am I reading that? Did they just reduce it by 1p? You know what? I'll take it on this challenge. I really would. So I'm gonna get 2 of these. Saved a whole 2p on that.
Sorry, we'll take it.
We'll take it.
I spent a total of £1.76 in Aldi and £2.40 at Morrison's.
This lighting is blinding me, I tell you. I mean, but we have been blessed. I shouldn't complain, actually. So I ended up getting 3 bags I'll shop it anything. Very heavy. You'd be surprised by how much you can get for that. Well, maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. I say that every time I do these challenges, but I feel like I've done really well this time. I got myself peanut butter because I recently, as you guys know, discovered that I like peanut butter. And I think peanut butter is good for you. It was in the British Nutritional Weekly Plan, so I'm assuming it's good for you. I also have a bag of frozen veg. Oh, I nearly broke my fridge. Well, it's not even mine, but I broke someone else's fridge. Okay, you want to see it?
So my weekly shop came to a total of £9.82, which worked out around £1.40 a day. What an absolute bargain.
So for breakfast, I'm gonna have porridge with banana. I don't like milk. We've established this on this channel. So I'm just gonna have like water and put it in the microwave and then have that with banana. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't really have porridge much. So I was not expecting this to happen. My porridge is done. Let's hope this isn't a foreshadowing of how it's gonna go on for the rest of the week. Okay, breakfast is served. It's really hot and I can't even get it. I don't understand what happened. Like, how is this even possible? How do I screw up porridge? I don't even know how this was possible. How do I have more porridge outside the bowl than in it? There's breakfast. I think without the banana, this wouldn't be nice at all. Wow, I'm so harsh. I mean, it would be okay. But the banana is what makes it, because it gives it that, it just makes it sweet. And I like the texture of the porridge. So actually, not a bad start. I'm gonna do a bit of meal prep because I'm gonna cook the fried rice, which I need like 2 lots of on 2 different days. And I'm gonna cook the pasta tonight. And that'll last me like a good couple of days. I'm so lazy. I normally use like these microwavable rice, so I never actually cook rice because I'm not very good at that. When you're on a budget, you gotta cook it yourself. You know what's really interesting? I find that I cook more in this kitchen. Like, I actually like cooking, and I feel that like I don't mind cooking in this kitchen. There are days where I spend my whole day in the kitchen because I'll like cook my food and then I'll like edit on the table, or I'll like do my work on the table. So I just like spend my whole day in the kitchen, and I don't know why. I feel like, I guess the type of kitchen you have affects how much you cook. It tastes good, but it tastes really sweet. I don't know why it tastes so sweet. And I'm not too sure if I cooked the rice completely right. I feel like I haven't heard my voice in a few hours, and now I'm listening to it and I'm like, wow, I sound really weird. This has vegetables in it and it's got eggs in it, so that's protein, and it tastes good. So it's a 10 out of 10 meal. Here's hoping today's breakfast is a lot more successful than yesterday's. Today I'm gonna make oat banana pancakes. And apparently all I need is to put one mashed banana with the flour, a bit of water, and that'll be the pancakes. And then as my syrup, I'm gonna get some peanut butter and mix with some water to make it a bit more like a dressing kind of thing. And that'll be my sauce. Second day of using oats. Peanut butter is just so sticky and the pancake doesn't taste that much. It's okay.
Are the legendary beans finally make an appearance? The moment we have been all waiting for. How will these beans stand up against the almighty Heinz? To be honest, they were quite watery and really sweet, but for 22p, it will do.
I made a veg and pasta sauce thing and left some sauce to use later in the week, and I had that with rice.
I need your help with something. So in my redecorating flat video, I asked if you guys would be interested in poetry prints. I just wrote some of the quotes out with my handwriting. I was like, hey, this would be cool. Like, I would quite like to decorate this flat with like official premium quality poetry prints. You know, I think that's really cool. And a lot of you guys were like, yeah, I would love that. And thank you, that means a lot to me. That's really cool that you'd want my poetry as a print in your home. And I'm in the process of working on it. But the things that I would want to know is what kind of size would you want? Postcard size ones, so like small ones, and you can get like a collection of them. Also, what kind of design would you want? Like, would you want just the quote, or would you want illustration to go with it? If there's any quotes you like from my poetry, let me know in the comment section. I've written a lot over the years and there's probably some that I've missed. So yeah, if there's a particular quote that you would want, then I'm more than happy to consider that. Like, it's pretty flexible. At the end of the day, I want to make something that I'm proud of and that you guys will be happy with. And hopefully soon we can have cool poetry prints. And I can finally start decorating this flat. Today's breakfast is an experiment. I have basically frozen an egg. Here lies my frozen egg, which I'm gonna try and peel now. And then I'm gonna slice it, and then I'm gonna make mini fried eggs. Not really sure what the point of this is, but I just wanna see A, if it works, and B, maybe if I like see lots of more eggs, it might visually make me feel like I got more food. I don't know. Also, I have made a new adult purchase. So in my old flat, they provided me with a knife set. So this is the first time I brought one. I'm like, I thought, look at this. How legit and professional does that look? It's pretty heavy. I should not be trusted with this. It's kind of scary to even try to attempt to slice this because it's really slippery and the sharp is really nice. This knife is really sharp. Anyway, okay, let's slice it open and make mini fried eggs. I really don't know what the point of this is, but it keeps me entertained during lockdown, so there's always that. Whoa, okay. Okay, so now I've got myself some mini fried eggs. Wow! Look at the world's tiniest fried egg. Honestly, it's dry, but we always knew it was gonna be dry because I haven't like put butter on it or anything because that wasn't in the budget, but it tastes good. Like, it's a good breakfast. I'm hoping it tastes better with spaghetti. This is probably my favorite thing so far, actually. You know, I heard something that there's apparently a lot of, like, it's kind of been proven, I think, that there's actually not that much difference between branded and non-branded food. It's literally all comes down to the packaging. I don't know if that's been proven or not, but a lot of people have been saying that. And when I eat food, like for example, if I presented this to anyone, like I didn't tell them how much it cost to make and I just gave it to them, I don't think they would know because it tastes really good. Like, it tastes really, really good. But the point is, you still get to eat healthy, good, tasty food. And like, I cook this and I like the taste of it, so it just proves that it could taste good no matter who cooks it.
And for my dinner, I made homemade chips, which honestly weren't that great, with leftover beans and chicken nuggets. Breakfast was peanut butter and banana toast.
For lunch, I am gonna make pizza, and I'm kind of gonna be working with what I have, so it's gonna be a very loose interpretation of a pizza. So I have like the oat flour, which I'm gonna turn into the dough for the base. I have some leftover tomato and herb pasta sauce, which is going to be like the tomato sauce for it. And then for the toppings, I got onion, and I have some of the veg, which is kind of weird to put on pizza, but I also don't have anything else to work with here. In goes my pizza, if you can call it that at this point. I think I've been quite resourceful. This is my pizza. This is what it looks like. It looks very basic, but let's try it. The base is really thick and chewy. I definitely should have made the base a lot thinner. I can mostly just taste the dough, but the topping, like the tomato sauce, is really good. Actually, I really rate the tomato sauce. It's actually a really good tomato sauce. Because of the packaging, I feel like this will taste nicer, but it might not. It's just packaging, innit? It's literally just packaging. And the toppings, like the onion and the veg, kind of saves it. So if I just had like a thinner base, this would actually be pretty good. On today's menu, we are gonna make the most of the rations that I have left. So I'm gonna try and make hummus for the first time, because apparently it's easy to make, but we shall see. So I've got chickpeas, lemon. Normally you'd use tahini, but I don't have tahini in my budget. So I'm gonna put like a tiny bit of peanut butter in as well. And then for the final stuff, I'm gonna make potato cakes, because I've got this potato left. And I'm gonna mix it with the veg. You know, this bag of veg has literally got me through this week. Very grateful for it. And then with some onions and some chilies, and I'm gonna use a fajita mix for the seasoning. I'm gonna use the egg and the flour and the bread. I still have a lot of bread left, so that's good. Make the breadcrumb to go on the outer layer of it. I mean, if I manage to pull this off, I'm gonna be very impressed with myself. But yeah, I feel like I'm using up all the ingredients, which was like one of my main goals with this challenge. So yay! I feel like I just spent like hours in the kitchen. Because I was talking to my family about like how it takes me hours to cook stuff, which is why I don't do it. And they're always surprised by how long it takes me. And I don't know why it takes me so long, but like I've literally been doing this for hours. This is why when I do cook food, I get very, like I'm very, what do I call it? Like these, I was just looking at these earlier and I was like, look, they're like my little babies. Look at my little potato cakes. I think I spend so long making this stuff that I get very attached to things I make. Because it took me so long to make them, I don't even care what they taste like anymore. I am very emotionally attached to them. And also just look how cute they are. They smell like cornflakes because of the breadcrumbs, but do they not look like the cutest things ever? But yeah, it takes me hours to make the most basic things. I don't know why. I don't know where I'm going wrong. The other thing I made is hummus. Again, oh no, this didn't take so long. This took like 5 minutes. I'm having hummus, a huge bowl of hummus with carrots. I'm not gonna have all of them because I'm gonna save some of the potato cakes for another day. But I'm gonna have it with potato cakes as well. And I might have some chicken nuggets with it too, so that it's like a full meal. This is the most random meal. It is a very random meal, but we're coming towards the end of the week, so we kind of have to just make do. Kind of nervous to have this because I really like hummus and I don't want this to put me off having hummus. All right, homemade hummus. I think I need salt. It's not bad. I always say this. I always say it's not bad. I'm gonna put some more peanut butter on it to like spice it up a bit. Maybe some salt because it's really not doing much. But yeah, that's dinner on night, I think we're on number 5. We're killing it. I don't know what I mean by killing it, but you know, smashing it.
After the microwave incident, I decided to cook the porridge in a pan, which was way more effective.
This is my potato cakes. The potato cakes actually turned out pretty good. Considering I made it with like the ingredients I did and everything, I think it turned out really well.
And we had made it to the final day. And I still had 2 eggs left over, so I decided to make fried egg with toast.
So I have made a huge portion of spaghetti. I might even have this for my dinner because there's so much of it. But this is my garlic spaghetti. It looks plain and basic, but trust me, it's good. And with it, I'm gonna have chicken nuggets, which again, I made loads of. So yeah, I might just be done. This might be my final meal. Spaghetti and nuggets. That has been me. Actually, technically, I lived on £1.40 a day. Ha! I didn't even have to use a £10.50. It was too much money for me, apparently. Was the food always the best and tasty? No, I'm gonna be real with you here. There was a lot of times where the food was just like very mediocre. And that could be due to numerous reasons. My cooking skills, my lack of seasoning skills, overcooking the food. Like it could be so many different things. I don't think the quality of the food was a problem. I think I was the problem. But I still managed to feed myself for a whole week. And like, I think that deserves a tap on the back. I hope this video was interesting. I actually had a lot of fun doing it. I feel like I was a bit more experimental. Because the thing is, I'm not really a cook or anything like that. But I do like to challenge myself when it comes to budgeting and things like that. I don't know why. I think it's because we grew up broke, so like I have that broke girl mentality, so like I just like stuff like that. And also it's just good to normalize living on a budget. I feel like we live in a time where it's like cool to flex and like, I don't know, brag about your wealth and stuff like that, which is cool, you do you. But I think it's also cool to normalize that if you want to live on a budget, that's cool too, and you can still have, you know, a good, happy, fulfilled life either way. Basically, you should never feel ashamed of stuff like your finance. And I say that because growing up as a kid, I did used to, but now that I'm in a position of like, I guess, influence, that makes me kind of nervous to say. I just don't want anyone to feel as embarrassed as I did as a kid, because there's nothing to be embarrassed of. You could still eat good food and live a happy life, you know? Maybe I'm the only one that felt kind of embarrassed growing up about it. Maybe everyone else is fine, but there we go. That went on off of a little tangent, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see from me. It's kind of hard when you're in lockdown and stuff, but any video ideas, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I did this challenge justice. I probably did lots of things wrong, but there we go. It only took me 2 years to learn how to make pasta. 2 years of bullying and I finally know how to make pasta. Great, we're thriving out here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you lots. Please know that you matter. And I shall see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.